Good afternoon, WFG. Buenas tardes, Latinos. I'm so privileged, so honored to be invited up on the stage to give you some words that I've learned in this business over the years. And before I do that, I want to thank my Heavenly Father upstairs for giving me the opportunity to be up here. I hope all of you guys have a good faith. I want to take a moment too also to thank all the people who believed in me. The challenges and some of the problems that have existed in the past, and so many people that have stuck with me, the Home Office and the Trans-American people and the people all the way in The Hague. I want to thank you for believing in me, and I'm sure you got my back, and I certainly got your back. Trans-America, let's go to the top. Thank you. I also want to thank my mama for having you. Into this world walked in this guy. I didn't walk, I think I crawled, I don't know. So, back in Zacatecas, Mexico, my mom gave birth to this guy right here. Today I stand in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, on stage in front of thousands of people, letting you know that if you have dreams and you're willing to put the work behind those dreams, man, it can happen for you. Woo! I also want to say, my wife, can you stand up for a second here? Look at this. I want to let all you single men know that you can find a wife at a convention. Like I did. This is 2008, and we went to convention, and she was in the audience as I was up here on stage, and her eyes landed on me, and she landed a husband. She won't say it that way, but that's kind of the way it happened. Love you, honey. Thank you for being an awesome human being to me and raising our family. Now, let's talk turkey here. I want to share some of the information that I've learned over the years, and I was so privileged to have been landed into the hierarchy, into a team that was led by Ed Milet. Just one of the big honors, one of the big blessings of my life, that Ed Milet was a person who personally trained me, coached me, developed me, taught me the words of his business. And he said, G, WFG is a business of words. And if you get these words down, then you're going to be able to control your destiny. You're going to be able to recruit people and sell to people who otherwise may have not done it because you don't convince them or you don't persuade them and you don't necessarily have the right words to put them in the right mindset. So, my topic today is about overcoming objections. And if I can get my clicker here. So let's talk about overcoming objections. By the way, raise your hand if you in your short or long or medium career, WFG career, you have had objections. You have had people ask you questions and you're stuck in the mud, you quite didn't know how to deliver that. Well, today we're going to address some of those right there. Now, keep in mind that in every conversation there's someone who's more certain than the other. Someone's asking questions, someone's answering questions, someone's assessing, the other person is being assessed. There's always that situation of you've got to win the battle with the words, but by the way, they got to be factual. They got to come from a standpoint of truth, and that you're speaking to them for their own good. There are families who should buy our product, but because they have an objection and you didn't overcome the objection, now they don't buy. The family goes unprotected. They don't retire. So there's challenges. There are people who should join our business, and then they don't join our business because the right words weren't put in their ear. So you've got to get good at this. If one thing that I did, I watched Ed Milet continuously. I saw him neutralize conversations. I saw him talk to recruits, talk to clients, and he just had a way with words. And man, I just told myself, if I could have just ever talked like him. And I don't know that I have gotten there, but it's gotten pretty good so far. Now, let's go through some of the basic ones right here. There we go. That's the first one. How many of you have ever talked to someone and the conversation is, all you guys are into that recruiting thing, or do you have to recruit? So I've selected a few of my colleagues here in the audience so that we can talk about the role play. This is how we do it. First to my left here, I have my good friend Mario Bayona from San Jose, California. And let's role play. So let's suppose I prospected Mario and say Mario comes to the BPM, and now here we are having a conversation, and I said, Mario, based on everything you've seen, based on what you've heard, you've seen a reason why we should move forward. Go ahead.
No, Guillermo, this sounds really good, but do I have to recruit?
That's a good question, Mario. You don't actually have to recruit, but let me ask you a question. Are you looking to make some money or big money?
Big money.
You a big money guy?
Yes.
All right. Do you think you can make big money in this industry all by yourself, or do you think a team would actually help you?
I think a team will help me.
All right. So the challenge is you're not up for recruiting because maybe you're a little insecure with your words, or maybe you're not confident right now.
Yeah, I don't have experience.
Mario, that was just me. But I went to the meetings, I kept learning, I kept listening, and I grew the love for recruiting. And today, we've recruited thousands of people, and the recruits that get into your business and get a license and sell the products will enrich your life beyond your imagination. Do you see any reason why we shouldn't move forward?
No, I don't.
Mario, can I have your credit card and your ID, please? Let's get this thing rolling. That's how we get done. All right. So, you want to make big money or smaller money? Now, there are personal producers who just make a lot of money by themselves, but here's the reality, chances are that's not you, and it's easier to sell someone the opportunity than to just sell them a product. Y'all with me? All right, here's the next one right here. Is it multi-level marketing? So, here's my good, that's fine, you're good. Here's my good friend right here, Mike Betancourt out of Riverside, California. There he is right there. And here we go. So, Mike, based on what you've seen, based on what you've heard, do you see any reason why we should move forward?
Before I do, is this multi-level marketing, G?
Oh, repeat that one more time.
Is this multi-level marketing?
Multi-level marketing. Do you know about multi-level marketing?
You know where someone's on top of somebody, someone on top of somebody?
Okay. Good question, Mike. Mike, do you have a job right now?
I do.
Would you consider yourself being at a certain level?
Yes.
Is there anyone beneath you that does less than you or makes less money than you?
No, just me.
There isn't?
At the bottom.
You're the lowest person?
Yes.
Okay. Are there people above you?
Yes.
Is there people above them?
Yes, sir.
Are there people above them?
Yes.
So you're doing multi-level marketing right now at your job, aren't you?
I guess so.
So the question for you, Mike, is you're at the very bottom. Do you have your job? Does it create the opportunity for you to get to this level, this level, this level on your terms, or is it politically driven?
It's politically driven.
Okay. Let me tell you about ours. Everything that I'm aware of is multi-level marketing. If it weren't multi-level, that means it would be uni-level. That means everybody would make the same, everybody would have the same title. Think about your family. Aren't your family sort of multi-level? Isn't you and your dad and your grandfather different people, different levels, different ages?
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so think about it. Everything out there that's organized is multi-level. Don't ever forget that. Just everything you see, whether it's this arena, whether it's titles in corporate America, WFG, a football team, everything is multi-level. If it weren't multi-level, that means it would be uni-level, and that doesn't exist, does it? Mike, you see any reason why we should move forward?
Let's move forward.
Credit card and ID, buddy, let's go. All right, we got that one down. All right, let's hear it if you're gonna clap. All right, here we go, next one. Where's my buddy Lei Shi? Or Shirley? All my Chinese folks. Shirley, talk to me.
Hi, Guillermo?
Yes, sir.
Is it a pyramid?
Is that a pyramid?
Pyramid.
Okay, that's a good question, Rocky. Rocky, let me ask you a question. Is the notion of a pyramid as it pertains to business, does that sound like something illegal or something legal?
Something illegal.
Something illegal.
Yeah.
Are you under the impression that I'm inviting you to participate in an illegal function?
Your dad not look like that.
No, of course not. See, one thing we know about pyramids, typically pyramids, according to the law, the last time we checked on it, pyramids have no service, they have no product, they don't require any licenses, they're typically not backed up by multi-billion-dollar corporations, and they don't pay any taxes. They have these little secret meetings at the park or in people's garages.
Wow.
Does this look like a pyramid to you?
No.
No. And by the way, Rocky, you're an engineer, you're pretty sharp. You shouldn't be asking that question, should you?
I got to make sure.
All right. Awesome. By the way, so you got it? Let's get real with what is and what isn't. Pyramids are completely illegal. If you are caught pyramiding according to the law, you're handcuffed and off to jail. Guess what? Guillermo Haro's been doing WFG for 20 years. We invite people, we recruit people, we coach them, we train them, we develop them, we sell tickets to events. You explain to me what a pyramid is. By the way, when people ask that, they don't really know the definition themselves, so turn it back on them. Is this a pyramid? What is your interpretation? What is your definition of a pyramid? Everybody with me? All right, next one. Thank you. Here we go. I got, who's my other buddy? Right here. All right, this is Sonny Huang out of Chicago. Here we go. Yes, ma'am.
So this isn't Primerica, is it?
Who?
Primerica.
What's that?
Another company, financial service, they recruit and then people at the top make.
Yeah, no, not familiar with that. Have you been involved there?
No.
Do you know anyone who's been involved there?
I have people who told me about it.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Let's talk about us.
Okay.
Okay? By the way, there are probably some good people trying to do some good things, but we are great people doing great things. Let's go clear with that. Sonny, you're a sharp person. I think you and your husband can get involved in our business and do some big things. You see any reason why we shouldn't move forward? Now that you know that it's not primary.
No.
All right, awesome. Pretty simple or what? Cool. And then let's move on to the next one. Is it commission? Where's my last one? Where's Nick Lancaster? There he is right there. Microphone. Nick Lancaster out of Norco, California. Go ahead, Nick.
So yeah, this sounds great. Is this commission though?
Let me ask you a question, Nick. Have you ever lived on commission?
I have not.
You have not. If you made money from commission, from a commission source, would you be opposed to making it?
I think it just depends. I mean, I'm pretty used to a steady paycheck.
Okay, but keep your steady paycheck, and then on the side of that, on a part-time basis, if you made another $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month part-time from a commission source, would you object to that?
No.
You wouldn't. Okay, perfect. Well, let me share with you a couple of things here. By the way, the answer is yes, this is commission, and it could be a ton of it. Let me share with you a couple of references of people that have come into our business and have made commission, because commission is unlimited. Typically at a job, your income is limited, so you keep your limited income job until you feel pretty good with this one, and then this one will blow up. Let me give a little reference right here. Can I get Eric and Monica Gemelita for a second? Stand up for a second. So, hang on, here we go. I'm almost out of time. Here we go. Nick, let me reference these guys. These guys make commission. Matter of fact, last month they made over $81,000. They just crossed over the $500,000 range. So they're on commission right here. Let me give you another source. Where's Uribe and Margot Azulay? Uribe and Margot, right there. So Nick, these guys, we have a couple in our business. He's in the San Diego office. This guy over the last 60 days has made over $90,000 on commission. And then where's Robert and Lucy Green? Robert and Lucy Green, there he is right there. The big guy from Texas. So it's just a few cycles. Nick, let me share this with you. We get paid every Tuesday and every Friday. They're called cycles. A few cycles ago, these guys up there made $56,000 on one cycle. Sound good so far? And then where's JR and Michelle Mejia? There's JR and Michelle Mejia right there. Nick, get a load of this. We talk about time and freedom. These guys right here, not too long ago, a few years ago, they had their beautiful daughter Alyssa. While they're having their daughter Alyssa and attending to her and all that, during the month that their daughter was born, these guys made over $52,000 basically attending to the birth of their daughter, and the company paid them $52,000 that month. Sound good so far? Thanks, guys. And then where's David and Richard Sepulveda? There's my fitness buddies right here. So I was introduced to these guys. They're in the fitness world, my personal trainers. Part-time, they just got started. Over the next 60 days, they have a projected $15,000 in part-time income coming to them while they feed their financial business while they're doing fitness business right there. So proud of you guys right here. Nick, does that answer your question about commission?
It does.
Awesome. Do you see any reason why we shouldn't get started?
I do not.
Do you have any challenges with $100 to get started?
No.
All right, let's go. Let's have that ID in your credit card. So anyway, that's the answer to that. So, let's move on to the next one here. I'd like to share with all of you guys, last one. Okay, we went through all these. Next. There's all the, okay, there we go. Next one. Be coachable. Be coachable. I'm glad that guy was my coach, because I learned how to be coachable, and I got some of the best teachings from a guy like that. Next one. You got to find your why. You're going to pay the price. You're going to go to these meetings. You're going to get excited about your future, you got to know why. There's my why right there. It's my beautiful wife, my 3 beautiful children. There's Sophia, 17 years old, getting ready to go to college in the next week or 2. And then I have Maximiliano and Valentino. You got to be really clear on why you're paying the price, why you're showing up to the meetings, why you make phone calls, why you go through the rejection, why you show up to events, why you wear your team shirts. You got to get really clear on your why. Last right here, we are in San Dimas, California. There's all my social media stuff. I love you guys. Let's take this company all the way to the top. Thank you.